of our newest members today. May we welcome them in our Christian love, surrounding them with our love, support, and prayer. All right. She says, I feel like I'm in Hawaii.
My name is Moon Lee, and I'm currently the Associate Pastor at Wilshire United Methodist Church, located in the city of Los Angeles. This year, Wilshire United Methodist Church will be celebrating its 88th year in ministry. And we are very excited to know and to experience God's presence with us that has helped us be in ministry all these years. When we first began, Wilshire UMC was predominantly an Anglo congregation. And some have shared with me that in the early years, Wilshire UMC was a high society church where 2,000-3,000 people gathered each Sunday to worship. Today, our membership looks very different. We have very diverse membership. We have Korean speaking, Hispanic speaking, English speaking, and Tagalog speaking members all congregate to call this place home. We give thanks to God for utilizing us, and God's call to continuously invite us to join God in mission and in ministry. As we are getting ready to end and wrap up an annual conference year in the United Methodist Church, we are very excited to see where God is leading us next. To that question, my answer is Wilshire UMC is here for anyone who hunger and thirst to know God. If you speak Korean, we have a Korean speaking worship services at 8 a.m. and 11:45 a.m. every Sunday. If you're a non-Korean speaker but you speak English, we have an English-speaking worship service every Sunday at 10 a.m. We also have Spanish-speaking fellowship that happens on Wednesday with the Bible study from Pastor John Guillen. And we're really here to meet anybody who call themselves believer and follower of Jesus Christ, who would like to come, worship, and be a part of a community that believes in the loving and grace nature of God, who invites us graciously and mercifully.
My name is Elon Gunning. I was born in Jamaica, West Indies. I migrated here in 1952, and I joined the Methodist Church here. Before I was a Moravian in Jamaica, but there are no Moravian churches here, so the closest thing to Moravian was Methodist. And so I joined the Methodist, but one of the problems I discovered was that it's a racial thing. And my philosophy is that if I and go to heaven, I don't think I will have a problem with seeing all blacks, all whites, all Chinese, whoever it is, that are Christians. We're all one people. So I had a firm belief that any church I belonged to had to be integrated. Okay, so in 1943, I visited this church and found it was all white, Caucasian. Majority of the people lived in Hancock Park, and I immediately decided I wanted to join this church. And the first thing I did after joining the church was to join the choir. I became the only non-Caucasian person in the choir for many years, a few years. But I was well received, and I had no complaints at all. Finally, more people of other races started joining the choir, and it became completely integrated. But the church has been a constant change over the years. I have been chairman of practically all the positions in the church, and at the time, I think it was about 20 years ago, or 25 years ago, I was chairman of the administrative council. A group of Koreans came here, and as chairman, they asked me if they could come to the meeting and request permission to worship in this church for a cost. And after lot of debates, we decided that this church is not for rent, it's for Christians. And if you're a Christian, you're welcome to come to this church. And if you can't speak the language, then you remain in the Korean language, but as soon as you become fluent in the Korean language, you would join the church and become a part of one, because this church should be just one church. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Gradually, it became 4 churches: the Spanish, Filipinos, English, and Koreans. And as the neighborhood changed, Koreans became the majority, and they are in the majority right now. But I just felt that I should stick it out. and the English ministry, it has come together with the Filipinos, the Spanish, and English together. And so we only have two ministries right now, basically because of the language, Korean and English. So that's what we are today. My kids grew up here from the Sunday school programs all the way through, and thank God they have been influenced. Their whole life has been influenced by the Christian teachings of this church. So this church, the success of my kids, I think this church was responsible for whatever they have succeeded in doing, because they've always put God first. And I thank God for it. The only thing I prayed for was that we remain as one, but I see the problem of a language problem. But if the Filipinos can come to English and speak English, why not Koreans can do the same thing too? So that's the problem we are until today. So, but we're doing well. I'm still a member of Wilshire United Methodist Church, consisting of all races, and thank God for this.
We are here at the Fellowship Hall of the Wilshire United Methodist Church. Wilshire United Methodist Church is declared by the Los Angeles City Council as a historical site. So if you will visit our place or our church, you can see really old paintings, old architecture, and so many other things that you would enjoy seeing if you are a person who loves history, especially of the church. Thank you.
I don't know. United?
No.
Episcopal?
Episcopal is a way of government. We are Episcopals because there is a bishop. We have a bishop,
okay, yeah.
and
yeah.
the bishop is the old.
The Episcopal.
That's why it is Episcopal. But when we become
United.
is in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
In 1968, we united to the Brethren, to the German group.
What's that? It's a church? No.
Yeah, it's the Brethren. No.
Lutheran? No.
Yeah, it was the Brethren of the Christ something. But it was in 1960.
Methodist.
United Methodist Church. So this is it.
As an annex.
Yeah, because if you see this has the gap.
Yeah,
the earthquake.
Yeah. For the earthquake. Because this building was only like put there. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. And they just made the way towards the sanctuary.
Exactly.
It's not really part of the original design.
No.
Yeah.
Methodist movement was founded, so we're very proud of that fact. And I want to say hello to our sisters in the Methodist Church member for many years. Also
has been such an incredible experience, a beautiful blessing. The church is so loving.
Get-togethers in fellowship hall, and I can just show you some of the items, and you can let me know what you like, and then we can order it.
Let's do it. It's 88, so let's go in.
budget, I guess.
So give me like an example, like an estimate of what, and then I will talk to
Changing lives for women, children, youth, and families, down the street and around the globe. United Methodist Women is a unique movement for transformation in our church and the world. We have inherited a legacy of bold, courageous action